Hey, this is the Sherrod No Show show. I'm here with two of the best comics working. That's right. What's your last name? Okay. Joe Machi, and of course Sam Morrill. These guys, you know how much they got going on? They've canceled 3 times because of tour problems. But two of the funniest guys, and two guys I'm proud to call friends. I don't know if they're proud, but it's good to see you guys, Sam and Joe. You guys are now. Were you officially, when I first met you? You came on my DirecTV show together.
Yeah.
Were you in any way at any time like calling yourselves a bit of a comedy duo or no?
No, but we do a lot of stuff together.
Right.
Like
it's always funny.
We've known each other a long time, so.
Now, how through comedy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how old were you when you met then?
Well, we met we took a comedy class together when we started out.
Was it Joe Matarese? Was it Jimmy Mandrinas' movement class?
It was DF Squealers at the comic strip.
Yeah. We were proud graduates of DFU.
I can see that. I can see it in your style. Was it Joe Matarese's What to Do with the Mic after minute 8? Joe.
Oh, that's always the worst when they're like, here's what you got to do. It's not about the jokes, but like you're holding the mic too close to your mouth, and you're like, that's not
unbelievable.
important.
Especially you two guys. Like Jay Leno had a great, and at least he admitted this. He used to teach a comedy class. And the deals he had was he'd go to the Houston Improv and they'd say, we'll give you extra money if you teach a class on a Sunday night. One guy walked out of his class in the 3 years he did it. Take a guess. Houston Improv.
Bill Hicks.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only one guy who walked out. Yeah, it's Bill Hicks. Yeah, he yelled bullshit and walked out.
Wow.
I love that Bill Hicks went.
That is funny. Well, him and his buddy there, if you ever watch the documentary on him?
Yeah,
Hicks, yeah. The
American?
Right.
That was a good one.
My friend Cynthia True. Do you guys know the writer Cynthia True? I forget how young you are. I got easily 20 years on you. She used to cover comedy for Time Out New York.
So she was the old school Jeffrey Gurian?
Oh my God, Jeffrey Gurian. Every time I see him, we take a picture. He has 50,000 pictures on me. I said, Jeff, what are you doing with this? What are you doing with this? Well, I don't know. I just like to have them in different places. Every time I got to bend over, I got to say nice hair. Do you have a lot of pictures with Jeffrey Gurian?
Oh, I have so many.
It took him 30. Artie was playing in the stand the other night. It took him 30 minutes to park.
Yeah. It was Interbang was covering it, and you want to be friendly with Interbang. He said in Interbang, Artie Lang extended killer's head, and that's so funny. Well, Cynthia was a cute young girl who covered comedy for Time Out. First time I was ever quoted in a magazine was her in Time Out New York, and Q-Tip was on the cover. I felt very hip. This is about 1993. And she left New York to write a book about Bill Hicks right after he died. She moved to Houston, and she wrote American Dream. Bill Hicks, I still have it. And she, I guess, did that documentary. But yeah, so that proves that, Leno said, yeah, the guys that walk out are probably the funniest. But just like Bill Hicks with a cigarette. Bullshit!
I love that, that's an awful, quote for your class. Because they always brag about who graduates, but the one guy that went on is a guy who's like, this is terrible. Why would I stay?
And then the teacher goes, well, I understand why he said that. Then yes, the guy yelled that bullshit and left. I don't know. He did it for the money, I guess. Leno.
Yeah, I get. I mean, Hicks had it seemed like it's later on he had the beef with Leno too, right? Like because he did a commercial.
Well, he did a Doritos. Leno had the audacity to make a couple $1 million on a Doritos commercial, and that didn't sit well with Hicks.
Yeah, you know what? I love Bill Hicks. I think he's a great comic.
Me too.
It bothered me when he got a little too self-righteous in the jokes because I thought he was so funny that I thought it took away. But you know what I hate?
I agree with you completely.
I have this thing on my wall because I got it. Someone gave it to me. It was like the 10 rules of comedy.
Is it a picture of me and Jeffrey Gurian? I'm sorry.
It's just like Bill Hicks's 10 rules.
Oh,
and,
I know.
and you know, it's like they're so serious. Like one of them's like, never say how are you to a crowd. And it's like, why?
Thanks, Bill.
Sometimes I'm going to say that.
I agree with you so much.
I don't like definite rules about comedy.
He was a better joke writer than he was. I like his jokes better than his activism. Like he had really great jokes. Like I think his joke is his boss said, "Can you at least pretend like you're working? Why don't you pretend I'm working?" Stuff like that.
Mackie and I have talked about Hicks a lot because Mackie is also that
overrated a bit too.
I still think the joke should come first, not 10th.
I agree with you. I agree completely, but at certain people, like you say that in front of Patton Oswalt. Well, Patton's been a friend of mine a long time, and we worked together on Mad TV for 2 years, and he's really funny. But he's one of those guys. If you say anything about Hicks, like okay, you're sacrilege. But what you guys just said is true. It's like some people. He was 32 when he died.
Yeah,
and you don't get to be
But he
Elvis.
also 32 exactly. He had like 5 albums,
Yes.
and if you
Impressive.
he had some amazing shit on those albums. So
Right.
so I look at it like I
He
get
had 2 good albums in the 5. There was a lot of fat that could have been trimmed.
there was fat that could have been trimmed,
But
also
the good shit was great.
You know what I like about Hicks though also is that he's saying this kind of. He pushed the envelope, and he wasn't doing it like today's comics who think they're pushing. He was doing it in fucking Alabama.
I know.
There's no clapter.
He took a lot of. But Lenny Bruce was like that too. Lenny Bruce wasn't as funny as he was famous, but he had balls. Lenny Bruce. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Like after he got arrested for saying "fuck" in San Francisco, and then did it again. Jail is not fun. I've been there to say "fuck." And you're right about Hicks. He had a lot of balls, man.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't doing it for the claps. He was doing. I really think he was doing it for him. So
Right.
I respect it in that way. But you see these comics now where they're like, "I think gays should get married," and you're like, "In Manhattan, you think that?"
Wow.
That's ballsy. Well, that was Norm's always. And me and Norm McDonald used to say, like if you do anything that's pro in Hollywood or New York, pro, gay, black, whatever, that's not ballsy. If you do it in Alabama, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Is that Sherrod?
A certain race of comic is here. Guess who's here? Sam, Artie, and Joe are here. Sherrod's not. I'm kidding, of course. It's the 2 white chicks who were late. Is that him? I hope, right? Yes. Okay. Well, Sherrod Small is also an amazing comedian. His last name is a nickname for the venues he's played. But I used that joke up in '98, I think. But he's here with. He was at the Stand with his steady. We'll call his Cromartie 1, and we'll see what he says. Big Dallas Cowboy fan. Real funny. Race Wars. You ever been on Race Wars? His thing.
I did it once. It was fun.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Kurt Metzger on the show. He's currently in the witness protection program.
Kurt once brought me on stage as his younger Boston Bomber brother.
Some people might get some angry tweets there. That's hilarious.
Oh, speaking of pushing the envelope, Kurt likes to.
I know.
He likes to type pretty hard on Facebook.
Oh yeah. You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful with this Twitter. And
Another guy. That's another thing. It's like Kurt is so funny. It's like
Real
when he's funny,
funny.
it's like you don't want to get caught up in that shit because he's so funny.
I know. Well, he's opening for me soon. I'm throwing him a bone because I got some blood work back. It doesn't matter. I'm going to make sure the kid can pay the rent for a while.
Oh yeah.
Sherrod. Is that Intrabang?
Yeah.
What's up, man? What happened? Where did you go? Where'd you
I went to
go?
go bring some fucking girls around.
How dare you? How dare
Hello,
you?
Sherrod.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm Bruce Bodovage. I'm Sherrod's publicist.
First of all,
Well, now it's.
All right, let's
a
just
party.
stop. Should we stop the taping here?
no.
Oh, no, all right.
Grab a mic.
Well, don't say anything. Don't say anybody's a rapist.
Move my stuff off that chair.
Who are you girls? Just blink if you're in trouble. Blink if you need some help.
Am I right here?
You guys don't sit comfortably over here. I'll sit on the shitty chair. You guys should be on the couch.
Yes. Wait, my mic's on?
Guys, seriously, sit over here. I'll sit over there.
There we go. Test. There we go.
Well,
Yes. Finally.
who are you, Sam Kinison? Calm
I'm the
down.
first black person in your house. I'm the Jackie Robinson in this place.
That's
The
wrong.
first and the last.
Because
Well,
I jack, I rob, I sin.
Why don't you pick up a vacuum and be like the first one?
Turn the heat on in this fucking. What is going on in here? Rehab? Turn the heat on.
You know, you already say something that personal.
You got a coat on in your own house, you maniac.
Yeah, the more clothes I have on, the better I look in social situations.
That's right. It's like TV. Wear layers.
I've had 4 girlfriends. They never saw my shirt off.
He showered in a fucking bubble jacket.
All right, guys, let's calm down. Jesus Christ. I'm nervous around Sherrod.
Yeah, yes. I'm gonna take everything in here. I'm gonna wipe my ass on the walls. I need a key too. This is my new place.
Are you done with your album?
He just Kevin Harted me.
And then Sherrod is great because fame does not affect Sherrod. Kevin Hart was at the cellar one night. Sherrod's the only guy talking about his pants. He just roasted.
I attacked him.
Roasted a billionaire. And like, Art, come on, join in on this. I'm like, nah, I'd like a part on a sitcom as his fat neighbor one day.
I want nothing from him. He had little boy pants on.
My favorite black comic story, Cat Williams, too, he hosted one of the roasts. I think he hosted the Flavor roast.
Right.
And my buddy Frank Sebastiano and 2 other white guys were writers.
Well, Frank, I was on.
Yeah,
tour with him
he
in
worked for
Tracy.
you. He loved
Yes,
you.
I
Yeah,
love him.
So he called me and said the funniest thing ever. They were supposed to have a writers meeting at Cat Williams' house to write jokes.
Oh, God.
He didn't show up for a meeting at his house. The 3 white guys were like, "We're here," and he never came home.
Yes. His baby mother was like, "Have you seen him?"
Ain't no nigga in the head. When he said nigga, I rolled around laughing.
Dude, Will Sylvain has the best Cat Williams stories because he used to tour
Will Sylvain
with
has
him.
the best, and then Black. that's a sitcom.
He,
What did that Haitian say?
Well, I guess Cat saw him in LA at the Comedy Store or something, some club in LA, and he was like, let me see me outside, and Will's like, is this guy gonna beat me up or something?
Right.
See me outside, motherfucker.
He just takes him 800 crumpled up dollars and hands it to him. He goes, I love you, motherfucker. Come on
That's
the road.
the best hello.
Will Sylvain's like, I'm Denzel Washington. I don't need that.
He takes him on the road. He told these stories that Cat would do. Like I guess on one gig, he spends way too much money on his openers. So he's like 4 openers in a private jet. Cat decides.
That's what Tracy did with me, though. But go ahead.
He decides he's gonna drive to the gig, and they call him midway through. They're like, that gig isn't drivable. And he on the jet, he goes, turn that fucking plane around.
Turn this motherfucking plane
They turn
around.
it around. He gets on the plane. This is what Will tells me, and he just goes, "Look at you, greedy motherfuckers."
Oh, I love it. It's like Joe Jackson if he was young.
And like into a stern with a bedazzled bulletproof vest.
He needs it, actually.
He did. He said, "I was nervous. I was 2 feet from him."
Or he's a tiny man too. Listen, he got knocked out by a junior high schooler. Stop. You know?
That was amazing.
Is
You know the video?
That video is
No,
amazing.
he's not flimsy. He's the all man. He's all man. But he did get knocked out by a young kid.
There's
said he had-
stories that
really?
he-
Oh, choked out.
Why?
Because he was playing soccer with some neighborhood kids. And
Soccer?
And one asshole kid who was a fucking dick was talking shit to Cat Williams.
It looked like Cat was starting it though.
To be
looked
fair,
like-
8th graders can be big. You know, some of those-
Exactly.
some of those 8th graders
Thank you,
are
Joe.
tough.
Joe Machi, thank you. I feel like Byron Hunt. Joe, I understand you have some stuff about 8th graders.
But then
So
the
what
kid-
happens when 8th grader beats? I gotta watch
And then
that.
he walked away from. I can't believe you didn't see this video.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Then he walked away from the kid. The kid followed him, and then Cat punched the kid in the face. The kid took the punch, absorbed it,
Where'd he get a step ladder to do that?
and then the kid choked out Cat Williams.
Oh, that's so great.
Ah, it was so good,
Dude,
It was like
ano-
the first time you're meeting your son, and he don't like you.
Cat Williams and Cat Williams' driver license picture, you can see his feet.
He said Cat would just have breakdowns on the tour. Like he would just have a duffel bag full of 50 grand and just go, fuck this shit. And he would just start throwing it into the crowd.
Well, listen, when you mix
Yes.
Ritalin and weed
And blacks.
and blacks,
Yeah, that's what we do.
nah, he's one of the funniest guys. That
He's
first
hilarious.
special, not the bloated, sweaty special, the first one,
Yes.
is so fucking funny, man.
Classic. Classic. People sleep on Cat, I guess. White people, I should say.
I like Cat.
But if you like comedy, that motherfucker, listen to his shit. The first special
when he
was
said
unbelievable.
niggerdom, I was like, that's the funny. I have to pull over and laugh.
We play, Mackie and I, on our,
Anything with nigger in it makes Artie
Well,
pull
nigga
over.
dumb. Stop it.
we play a clip of Cat Williams on our podcast.
How dare you.
A lot.
Can I smoke weed on the balcony somewhere in here? What can I
Smoke weed right there. What do I give a shit? What do I look like, the FBI?
I want to test what kind of white person you became.
You got to see what goes. You got to see what's going on in here. We're looking at 3 to 15 right now.
I need papers too. Anybody got papers?
Oh, that I don't have on me, dude. What's the vice?
I'm gonna roll up.
I'm
all
not Willie
your-
Nelson.
Whatever these contracts, I'm gonna roll up and smoke them.
Sit over there, man, and do it.
All right, how can I get my? I gotta get my microphone.
If you
over
saw
there.
what's going on in my bedroom right now, you'd be Jesus Christ.
It's like 2 dead Asian girls in there. With
on a
weed.
good day. Sit right there. That's a flat surface. Nothing.
But I can't move my mic.
Switch with Sam.
Oh, that's a mic right there. Is that mic
You want to
on?
switch with me?
Yeah, I'll switch with Sam.
The mics are obvious. The cameras are hidden.
I like how the girls that Mike's sitting next to is like Sam's sitting next to is like switch with him. Get him out of here.
No, Sam sits right there.
I didn't want to be around
I'm not
drugs.
sacrificing funny for weed.
Just say nigger next time in first class.
Oh, stop it. Unfunny is way worse than the N-word at this point.
You're right.
You need money. Well, everybody here is funny. Sherrod, some of the funniest guys on the planet here. Thank you.
What are you, deaf? Why are your headphones this loud?
That's mine. That was me.
It was pretty rough listening to you over here, Sherrod.
My apologies. I really owe you an apology.
Am I loud over there?
You want to hear clear as possible. There's no papers.
These shits are set on Helen Keller.
Wait a minute.
Can you turn these fucking...
Can you hear me on this?
Wait, can you? I'm better.
Holy shit. Sam, no way you was sitting here.
You know what happened? Dane Cook came into the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I just assumed that was an urban
Dane Cook or
act.
Godfrey did it.
Who did it first is the question. Is everybody all right now?
I'm just going to keep them kind of off my ears. I can't believe Sam
well,
was
lower
sitting
it.
here.
Lower it, Dan. Can you lower it?
Why didn't you tell him to turn it down for you?
I don't know.
He just so
Because he's a
happened to be
polite
here.
kid.
Polite. He's going. Can you hear anything?
I'm polite. I show up on time. I don't do drugs in Artie's house. You know
What's
how it is.
another? What's a
You
word
sound boring,
What's
not
a word
polite.
that rhymes with polite?
Delight.
White.
Whoa.
Stop it.
Come on. First of all, Sam is barely white. Sam Morrill, he's white on the coast. In the middle of the country, he's known as a banker.
I'm not white in Alabama.
That was a
close.
Jew joke, by the way, if anybody's scoring at home. That's my first Jew joke for the night.
How about a priest and a rabbi walking down the street? 10-year-old boy. The priest says, "You want to fuck him?" The rabbi goes, "Out of what?"
Your uncle taught you that fucking joke.
Freddie Roman. Uncle Freddie Roman. So no, do whatever you want over there. It's fine.
Thank you. Girls, lose your tops.
Dan, put your badge in the safe.
Thank you, Danny. Dan's
We're going.
here.
We have rolling raids going
I
on.
like Dan's the only one catching jokes in the room. The rest of y'all's too nervous. He fucking got his mic set on 1,000.
I'm still recovering from your voice. From
Just
earlier,
happy to
Sherrod.
be in
really.
your fucking... Listen, nope.
Joe's like a deer in headlights. Look at him over there.
No, I was just gonna wait for a quiet portion to talk.
Money.
Just keep waiting.
That was not gonna happen.
These headphones were so loud, even Todd Barry would sound like Little John in this motherfucker.
All right, wait a minute. Let me set you up for that.
Black Rome would have killed.
How loud are the headphones? Let me set you up. I got the both of them, Little John.
Can I play? I want to kill you in your own apartment.
How many Littles are in rap? How many LILs are there in rap?
You got Lil Wayne.
Right.
You got
Little
Keisha.
including Broad, yeah, Little Keisha.
wait, who else is little?
Little Kim.
Little Bow Wow.
Little Kim, Dan over
Little
there.
Kim.
The guy from the Knights of Columbus in Chicago.
He calling up everything he masturbates to. That's why.
Dan, wrong meeting.
Little. Is it Dirk? Is there a little Dirk?
It is a little Dirk.
There is?
Did you say John?
Little. I said Little
Little
John
Dirk.
first.
Where'd you pull that out of, Little Dirk?
I got Little John.
I
All
listen to
right.
some rap.
Oh, right, whatever.
Why is it so chilly in here, niggas?
What are you talking about?
I'm gotta be the first black person over here, cause all you white people just look. It's nice in here. It's
all right.
chilly. Everybody got the coats on.
I dated
Becky don't want to say nothing because she
I
want
dated Star Jones in my first one.
First of all, my apologies. Second of all,
she got the operation because of me.
let me smell your finger.
All right, let's just calm down.
It smells like chopped barbecue.
I'm trying to host this. So Sherrod shows up 4 hours late.
First of all, I text you. He texts me back.
That's
late
not
as
me.
shit.
That's my assistant. Where is now? Who are these lovely ladies?
I did stay at the stand a little longer. You don't know Becky and Michaela?
No, I didn't get the memo. No.
Michaela, but I spell it Michaela.
Are you the two girls that Sam Kinison was married to? No.
They both in comedy. They both
are
fucking
you a
promoters and
girlfriend?
managers and shit.
You're a manager? Yeah. For who? Who do you manage? Okay.
They all part of the fucking Mike Che group.
DeVito and Greg Stone.
Danny DeVito?
No. Anthony DeVito.
Anthony.
I don't know.
You don't know
guy.
Anthony
funny,
DeVito?
funny people.
funny young
Yes.
guy.
That's my problem. I don't know who he is. Believe me.
Yes.
I
He's
don't
a
like-
funny guy.
Okay. And who
But they
else?
part of the Mike Che
So you must
fucking...
be rich. You must have like a Testarossa. The money DeVito's pulling him. And
In
you're
your
ma-
face,
You're a
DeVito.
manager too?
No, I produce shows.
They produce shows. Produce shows.
The mic. Like hold the
Oh,
mic.
sorry. Yeah.
I used to work for The Stand.
Oh, okay. And now what do you do
Those
now?
guys. Right now, I'm just doing projects, producing
Were
shows.
you
and
fired
things
when
like
they got fired from the Tonight Show? Were you part of that scandal?
that. I did not get fired.
Did anyone notice they were booking everyone who lived next door to them?
I left on my own accord.
Oh, you did? Okay. Those two guys' cousins were on the Tonight Show every week. God, Monroe's on his third.
How did Derek Gaines get on?
I would love to.
Oh, come on. Why you only naming black
I love
cops?
your Lorne Michaels. Lorne Michaels.
I noticed.
Lorne Michaels, when he would get mad, probably went, "Set those two kids on fire." I got some disturbing news from Higgins. Apparently, these managers, set them on fire, and then bring them to my office. and get me a Chardonnay.
It's so Lauren.
I got the funniest. I might have told you this.
What is it?
Norm Macdonald, after the scandal with Marv Albert, he bit the whore's back.
Oh yeah.
He said Lorne Michaels is such that like cosmopolitan, just as honest about everything in life, and it's so dark. Norm said, "What do you think happened to Marv Albert?" Because he knows him. He goes, Norm, the pussy basketball players get is insane. I think he just went crazy.
Yeah, he lost his mind.
But how dark Charles Barkley banged a few too many blondes, or he bit a whore. How like honest and dark is that? Like,
so nice. It's so real.
I think he just went crazy.
Papers.
What else do you need? What other paraphernalia do you
I need some kind of rolling.
How else can I break
something.
my parole for you?
Just by me being here is enough.
Actually, when I shook your hand, I'm looking at 15 at Rikers.
I had baby blood on my hand.
Did you sell a baby for angel dust?
White baby.
Kid at a group therapy once. Hispanic kid got up. Rehab in Miami.
What show was it? The Stand.
It was
the Dave and Dave show.
No, it was the Fido. Funny for Fido. The
dog
what's the name
thing?
show?
Funny.
Yeah, Justin Silver's show.
Funny.
It was packed.
Yeah.
I'm doing it next month.
Packed
Let's raise
with
the
what?
money for fucking dogs. God damn, Artie. Even
Why?
the dogs. Yeah, it's a good show. I did it he's been doing it for like,
broke up-
5-10 years?
I broke up with a girl when she said, "Can we get a dog?" I said, "Honey, I get grossed out when you shit in my apartment."
No, he's honest.
So how much you raise for non-humans in this day of age?
What's that?
Dogs. How much you raise for dogs?
Oh, we raised millions.
No. Have those 2 dogs set on fire.
You had a dog before, right? Growing up, I remember you had a dog.
I never had a dog.
Ever?
No.
God damn
I never
it.
liked them. My mother hated them. If you got a hair in the Brazoot sandwich, you were out. And she was like, "Don't bring them in here." I was lucky to get a bedroom.
You're an animal.
Yeah. Oh God, the dog. Did you guys ever grow up with a kid who was like animal abusers? You ever like a crazy?
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I was part of one of them. I feel guilty.
I might not be able to. I can't say this in front of Dan because I didn't. He's mad I didn't do anything. But I didn't know. I was 11 years old. My buddy Scott Stetz, who died when we were 27.
God took him early because of what he did
He
to
did.
this pet.
They found him with a needle in his head. He tried to shoot up in a vein in his head. He's an all right guy. But we were 27 years old when he died. We're 12 years old outside Catechism, a church. He buried a cat up to its head and went over it with
What?
Wow.
Oh, I got
Holy
one. I got
shit,
one.
that's
I got
fucked
one.
It better
Rhonda
be-
Earl. Rhonda Earl on my block in Brooklyn.
right.
She
I
took,
know Rhonda.
Listen, she was actually in the military after this.
You got something that tops that?
Yes, she knew how stray cats running around. She took the stray cat. This was around the 4th of July.
Brian Seltzer?
Grabbed it, took 2 or 3 firecrackers, put it in the cat's ass, lit it. The cat ran under the car, and it was just boom.
Well, that's
and then
funny. Compared to what I just said, that's
a girl did that, Rhonda.
And she's now dating Joe.
She served in the U.S. military.
He's dating Joe. Joe, is that true? You dating Rhonda?
She's a passerby.
What did you say? No.
No, it's not.
The cat's ass never looked. It looked like chopped.
That's
it looked
bad.
like
I don't like
open
animal
meat
abuse.
sandwich.
All like red and like whiskers came out. Boom, boom, boom.
It was crazy.
And he
The
had
worst.
he had the pot laugh. He went, oh. At 12, he had the pot laugh.
No, I did not.
And
At 12, I was like
Stetz
this.
did.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. That's who I was. As a
Scott
kid.
Stetz had the pot laugh at 12. The last thing he said to me was about 2 weeks before he died. He came up to me at a bar called Apples in Newark, New Jersey, and said, "Artie, keep it white." That's the last thing he said to me.
I like that dude.
And I've done it ever since.
Barely. You passed the white test with a 65.
So you had the sisters were like cruel to animals, right?
Not my sisters, but
No, I'm like sisters like black chicks.
no, only that one girl.
Well, I don't know. I've heard stories.
Come on, about Whitney Houston? Bobby Brown's not an animal.
What happened to Whitney? That makes me so sad when I think of that story. Like,
What happened to her? I'll break
we
it
almost
down.
had it all.
She died.
And Bobby Brown gets into her life.
Bobby wasn't the bad one. Whitney was.
No, stop it.
Will you stop? Go
I've
to
heard
Black
people
Church.
try-
They'll tell you the story.
I've heard people try to sell that bullshit. Come
Nigga, Bobby never did coke before Whitney. Whitney's from Newark.
on. So Whitney introduced Bobby Brown to blow.
Yes.
What the fuck? Yeah, and you were in Bayonne before.
Look at my face. Yes.
I'm looking at your
It
face.
sounds crazy.
Do you believe that?
Listen to me.
Yes.
Yes, it's true. Her brother used to do it. Whitney's brother, who
Yeah,
introduced
I
her.
know, he was a bad
and
guy.
she introduced Bobby.
Gummo Houston.
If coke was so big in Bobby's life, why wasn't anybody else in New Edition doing it?
I'm not going to try to argue your logic.
Don't ever come
No
to
one else in New Edition did a little blow after Popcorn Love live?
Not before Bobby. Sure, Ralph Tresvant had his time, but
Bobby looks rough, man. He looked like a rough, like.
he's a fat boy now.
Yeah, but that swollen face. What am I talking about?
But he always got that chin that's moving. That's what makes people.
He defies logic. He goes this way and that way with the eye.
Yeah, like he's a broken C-3PO.
I have a theory on the
Trying to
Cosby.
white these boys in the story.
I
but nothing.
remember. Well, we don't want to interrupt you, Sherrod.
Yeah, we don't want
please
to
do.
interrupt the silence.
I was all over the C-3PO reference.
But,
I got that.
no, I mean, I remember the night.
Anybody have a
I remember the
C-3PO
night,
being gay? Hacky joking.
I remember Whitney Houston died. I was like doing a road gig. It was a night that Jeremy Lin dropped 38 on the Lakers. So it was a very mixed night.
It's the night the comedy died.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
But then I remember someone, I forgot who said it.
38.
Someone said, "Oh my God, Whitney Houston died. That's Linsane."
Who said that, Marv Albert?
That's pretty fucking funny.
And Whitney Houston dead. This just in, Lynn drops 38, Houston dead. I just went insane. I bit a whore. Linsane drops 38. The singer of greatest love of all, gone. Now a word from Toyota. Eddie Wilkins gets on the scoreboard. Linsane.
We had to sacrifice.
Oh my
Whitney
god,
for
you
a
still
great
got
2
it, you
weeks.
son of a bitch. You
The
still got it.
Asian drops 38. And he's now living with Sam. How about that? He has an Asian roommate that's almost as good as Linsane.
Oh, he's a good basketball
God.
player. Yeah.
He's got an Asian roommate, short, great at basketball player, a Juilliard violinist. He got a scholarship to Juilliard.
What is this, a Disney movie?
No, if it was a Disney movie, I'd be saying it like Shannon Tweed.
Come on.
This is the most unique roommate skill set ever.
Keeps stinky kimchi in the fridge. It smells up the whole apartment.
What does that mean? Like
Kimchi, you know kimchi.
Who's she?
Cabbage.
No, it's
It's
cabbage.
healthy food. He's a health nut. So
That
we
was a
got the
girl.
kimchi.
Clearly, Kim, what are you doing in here?
It's Mrs. Cheetah, you.
Dory, not again.
Not again.
Where's your
Look at the
bathroom? I
frightened
gotta pee
looks
in
on
this
this.
son of a bitch.
The bathroom you have to use downstairs.
The nigger's breath.
It says Anna. No,
that
that
what
means
you
no
laugh
drugs.
at?
No drugs.
Oh no, why would it be
Right
drugs?
there, as soon as you come in, right
We'll
there.
call this episode "Comfortable Racism."
I'm comfy.
We need the heat on in
Right
here.
over there. Oh, come on. I can put heat on here.
You got the heat is set on runaway.
Grill a burrito. Right there as you come in.
It feels like the flow at Port Authority. In
When you're done with your monologue, it's right there.
I feel so welcome.
You got a couple more. You look like a chubby jewel thief. Pierre.
Take it right.
Not
Take it right.
right
Take it right.
there,
Take it
right there. Go towards the door.
Okay.
Don't go out the door yet.
Oh my God.
Dropping chubby jewel thief. Yes. He does. Me and him both. We look out of shape. We're gonna get caught by the Champs-Élysées. So now you girls, I feel you're afraid. You're frightened. Who do you have? Are you dating anybody in comedy?
No.
Very adorable. You're both very adorable girls, right? Very cute. What about Joe over there? As funny as it gets, clean, right? He's gonna
Round
make
and ready to pound,
He's gonna-
right, Joe? Come on.
it
You're
round
to
and
go.
ready to pound. It's Machi.
Joe's ready to stick it in.
I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
Sam and do it. If we get into that, it's gonna be crazy.
I know.
That's all we did for the last.
Could I have buried this body any deeper?
Could Sherrod be any more offensive?
But yeah, Machi is he's a real dirtbag at the bars. He's
So now
not
wait,
even-
are you like plowing through broads yet or what?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not familiar with that term, so no.
Well, it means sexual intercourse.
I'm familiar with that term, but no.
Sherrod, you gotta hook on Sherrod to get you laid. What do you want?
Is this you
Where?
with the bow tie?
Well, it's a tuxedo. Yeah, that was my prom. I took my car.
Nigga,
Which one are you looking at?
you look like you work in a pizzeria.
Yeah, well, that's because I did.
Look at that.
That's me. That's my old man. No, that's my grandfather on top. He saw a car. It was rare. He saw a car.
Yeah, that's right.
They set up an easel and painted him.
You look like the son of Sam.
That's actually the prom. I couldn't go. The guy gave me a choice. I could go to my prom or my graduation. I took the prom.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I didn't graduate. My mother was so mad that morning. Oh my God!
You picked the prom over.
Wait, you didn't go to your graduation, or you didn't?
No, I wasn't allowed to graduate.
Why though? Why?
You want a full synopsis of it? I mean,
Was it race
I was a
related?
ne'er-do-well.
Was it race related?
No, I failed 4 classes. You know, and gym being one of them. I thought the blue part of the globe was the sky. I was a terrible student.
But why would they be like, well, you can go to your prom?
They gave me a choice.
Fuck
I could go to
you.
one of two things. And I chose the prom because my girlfriend was a little loose. As, you know.
You didn't want her to fuck nobody else.
Well, if I wanted to see my girlfriend, I wasn't going to the graduation. She wasn't going to be there either. If I want to get laid or a certificate, that means nothing. Literally, a Union High in Union, New Jersey, right now, it would be the equivalent to, like, you know, the cardboard on the back of a Twinkie thing? It's the same thing. If you went into a job
Means
interview with
nothing.
a Union High diploma and the back of a Twinkie thing,
Like-
you'd be equal walking in.
We love Twinkies.
Yeah. No, but that's why I didn't graduate. So,
What?
I didn't want to, you know, I was going to go to college.
But how did you get to choose? What kind of school is that? You get to choose dancing or walking across a fucking
Italians ran it in the 80s.
goddamn Wap High. Was
No,
it
they
Wap High?
literally said you could do one of two things because you don't have the grades. You know, I had to go to summer school.
Oh, okay.
And
You can get a diploma or
Yeah.
dance to Cyndi Lauper.
exactly.
One time.
Yeah, what was our theme? It was probably Phil Collins. That was Thunder Road, of course. The black guys had to deal with Thunder Road. They were always outvoted. This motherfucker, one more song about a car, this motherfucker.
Don't y'all like pussy?
That's what Mike Gordon is like. We go, what the fuck? How many songs about cars with this motherfucker? He wanted to hear Shannon. That song was big. Like, what
weird.
was the Big Black song?
The Big Black Song. I think
Right
that's the
before
title.
rap. Right before rap. Shannon was the name of the artist.
Something disco.
You fucking know what I'm talking about. As soon as you hear it, you're gonna know it.
Somebody on Google? Dan, goddamn it, bring up Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon on Google, 1985, Artie's prom.
Yes. Artie's virginity. Just type in Artie's virginity.
Artie, I lost that. I lost my diploma in virginity the same night.
Did you? What uncle was it?
Oh, that's terrible. Uncle Jamal.
Black Uncle. That's the name of the sitcom.
The chick I lost my virginity to was me and Colin have the same story. It was a whore.
Was she older than you?
Like by 42 years.
Oh shit.
No, she was younger actually. I was
Really?
I was 17, she was 15.
Was she a virgin too?
The hooker.
Oh, a hook.
This.
Wait, did he say?
Remember this?
Of course. Well, I remember it. Goddamn. Look what my
gotta
body
get up,
did.
you
Look what
gotta-
my body did as soon as you said it.
It looks like you stopped doing that years ago.
As soon as you way back.
This was
to
every brother like
me, that's
Right.
Let the music
Play,
play.
there you go.
Let it get away.
That LL Cool J talked over.
Ah, I used to
The
roller
rest is
skate like
history.
this with my booty shorts on. I didn't know better.
But that, it was either that or Thunder Road. We beat them by one vote. Gives a fuck if the screen door's slamming this dick.
Wait a minute.
Born in the U. Where the fuck else would you be born?
Already, hold up. The girl you took to the prom was younger than you.
Super
You
Cardi.
said she was a virgin too,
No, she was not a virgin.
but you were a virgin older than her.
No, I lost my virginity the summer before
To who?
with a chick, a whore,
Older. Oh, this is a
that I met at the
prostitute.
Tropicana diner who I was told left. It's all in my book. I thought you said you read it.
I read it. I skimmed through it.
What a fucking, you thumbed it.
I mean, you're no Judy Bloom. I'm telling you.
I'm like, I believe Sherrod read a book. Why would that pattern?
Whoa. Only graduated from college, but okay. The
Did
joke
you?
still stands.
Did you?
Yes, nigga.
What
Morgan State in Baltimore, Maryland.
Tracy Morgan State.
No, I think that's what Artie.
Why are we so good together?
Tracy Morgan State. He cheated up and it's out of here.
They give you a diploma and say, you got a pregnant, nigga.
Tracy Morgan State. My mother, what I'm about to tell you is true. I swear on my father's grave. My mother loves Tracy Morgan. She always did.
I know it.
And she told. Let's stop.
He's your father.
It's not. Shannon's not on long enough for that. She said to me after. She said, "Did he have any brain damage?" Which is the funniest question of all time. But I said no.
Morgan?
I said he's actually doing fine. It's like my mother calls me up crying. She saw an interview he was doing. She goes,
Right.
"You know what? I don't understand him. I thought you told me it was no brain damage. What is wrong with him? You got to be because you really liked him." She was watching an interview from 1993. My hand to God.
Dude, you know what? I heard
when he
the
first got on SNL.
That is
the best
too.
thing I
To this
heard
date, I have not
was,
corrected her.
That is too.
I heard
funny.
Chris Rock talking about him one night, and they said, "Do you think he's gonna be okay?" And he goes, "I mean, it's not like Tracy's comedy relies on precision."
At Patrice's funeral, Rock said, "I said,
Chris is such an
Rock
asshole.
said at Patrice, he said, "Gotta eat your veggies." Gotta eat your veggies. Very sentimental.
That is too funny.
I was sitting next to DePaulo, and he went, "When are we getting out of here?"
Whose water is this?
That's yours if you want it.
All right. Somebody roofie it?
Just put a magic marker. Put an N on that. Opposite of smart water.
You're on fire tonight, Hardy. I'm glad I traveled
was
to two
waiting for
places.
you,
I went to 2 locations fucking with you.
You could have picked them up in one spot.
They got different pimps.
Weren't they at the DeVito special taping?
This nigga's on fire at home.
What does he do, DeVito?
Very,
Is
very
he a-
funny comic.
is he a comic?
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
He's a great comic. Yeah,
But
yeah.
me not knowing him means nothing.
He's in their class. That's why you see Sam just jumped up with a shield,
He'll
protecting
be
the
on,
shield.
yeah. He'll
If
be
Sam
on,
likes him, he's probably
yeah.
funny.
He'll be
Yeah,
on
he's
Colbert
great.
soon.
Yeah, he's great.
He's going to be on Colbert soon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna make doors fly open.
He's the new Carson.
Colbert's still doing cheerleader kicks before the monologue.
Man,
What is the instrument that band leader plays? I want to know. It's something from Morocco, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's something.
What is he
something
playing? What is that
southern that's-
thing?
What is,
It's like a trumpet with one of those things on it.
yeah, it's a trumpet.
A cock?
the band leader.
It's like a trumpet.
on
What do they
Colbert.
call it? Oh, it's a cock. Yeah.
He's from Louisiana or something, right?
That explains it.
Who is that?
The band leader on Colbert.
Yeah, he uses one of the.
Plays an
I
interesting.
love that guy, man.
It's one of the instruments from Fat Albert and the gang.
I love the long shot of Fat Albert. Steve has like a $2,000 guitar, and then the close up he's playing like a bucket.
These kids know nothing about what we talk about. They have no
I
idea.
told you. Did I tell you my idea for Cosby? Why he has a lazy eye? I told you this. The lazy eye. Did I tell you my theory? Because when you're raping a chick, you have to keep one eye on the door. Tempest Bledsoe comes in with a script conference.
It's still good.
DeVito wouldn't touch that.
These boys don't like the rape stuff, Artie. You scaring the young comics.
DeVito would not
Are
touch
you
that.
kidding me? I'm the one who got in all the trouble for it, Sherrod.
That's why you fucking stayed away from that one right there.
From what? Which one? What did you get in trouble
I told a
for?
rape joke. I got in
Rape.
trouble for it.
Oh, stop it. That's no joke. What joke? What was the joke?
Well, the best part is I'm getting it. There are articles where it's like rape comedian. I'm like,
Yes.
That's your
can you
style.
at least say
Called
rape
them that,
joke?
yeah.
That's your genre.
Maybe rape joke.
That's
By the way-
hilarious.
by the way,
Rape comedian.
There were 2 one-liners I told, and it was like.
What were they?
Okay, the first one was
The only people here are my cousins.
The first one was.
Sell it
first-
now. Don't just fucking phone it in. Sell the joke.
The first one.
All right.
It was a whole album.
I was sleeping. Well, it was 2 jokes out of a 50-minute album. It's not that bad. 2 one-liners. So I say, I was sleeping with my ex-girlfriend. Never made me wear a condom because she was on the pill, Ambien.
It's a good joke.
Solid joke.
It's a fucking
It's
great
misdirect.
joke.
It's a
Great
misdirect.
joke.
It's
a classic
misdirect.
misdirect.
It's nothing more than a misdirect. That joke. The next one, I was sleeping with a black girl, and the whole time we're
The
doing
story's
it,
already bullshit.
I was, and while we're doing it, she kept dropping the N-word. The whole time
Yes.
we're having sex, she was like, no. And then I paused. I'm like, you guys were scared I was going to say the N-word, and then you're like, thank God, rape joke. So,
It's good stuff.
joke.
Listen,
And look,
let me tell you something. I used to do racist poetry. And then I ran out of words and ended in nigger. Listen, we're stockpiling these up.
You almost made smoke come on my eyes just now.
DeVito would not do that.
Listen, that was good jokes.
they're good jokes.
They're
should've
great
ran away from
jokes.
it.
They're great jokes.
They're jokes.
My favorite rape joke of all time is still Todd Glass, though.
What do you say?
A little when you meet a nice young girl at a bar and she tells you she believes in karma. That's great because later on, when I'm raping her, I go, "You must have done something pretty bad to deserve this." With his Fred Flintstone face. He opened for me in Phoenix like 10 years ago. He did that joke, and I said, "I'm leaving." I said, "I quit. I'm not going to be funnier than that." Glass used to open up with a 10-minute video of him and Ben Stiller doing improv. I'm like, what is this? I'm following you and the guy from Something About Mary now? That club, he would play Kinnison on HBO specials and Richard Pryor. I'm like, I'm following these guys.
Oh, the only thing worse than that is when they're playing like clips from like old school, and you're like, I have to follow fucking Zach.
No, again,
Will
I'm
Ferrell
fucking
or
in the movie.
You're in it. That's right.
I'm sure they're showing the unfunny scenes.
That's what you get for having all white openers, you son of a bitch.
What are you? Well, you don't want to open me.
I open for you
It's
just
an
for the
esteem
fucking
thing.
just to keep you alive. I'll go out on the road for you.
I open.
Dan,
I
back
open.
me up,
I'm trying to
son
think if
of
I
a
opened
bitch.
for a black guy. Oh, I'm trying to think what I opened for a black. I never opened for a black. Well, I opened a door once again. It was funny. Rock, I almost went on Rock and Spade. That would have been an honor.
Ah, that would have been great.
That would have been great.
What happened?
What happened was, usual shit. I couldn't use up all the N words. Chris Rock says it. Chris Rock used to say that on the Stern Show. Times used to be so different. Chris Rock would say when Howard said, we're going to take some phone calls, he would go, here's where I get called a nigga. And Howard's phone calls would say like, Eddie in Jersey wants to call Chris. And oh, God. Rock,
That's like me on the Opie show.
I have to do John a favor. I promised him I would do this. All right, Dan, play this. John is running for Senate, Stuttering John. I'm not kidding.
No, he's not.
All right.
Where, in Jersey?
Howard went on America's Got Talent and said he felt bad for a stuttering comedian.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
So John wanted me to play this clip on the air because it shows how we used to goof on him. All right?
Right.
Just react naturally. But I have to. This is how we used to goof on a stutterer. And Howard's right in the middle of it. And is getting away with it. Now, he does a 180 with all this shit. He was saying that he was almost crying next to Heidi Klum about a stuttering comedian.
No.
It's so terrible. So John needs this as help. It's going to take 2 minutes.
This kid was basically an open micer because of his stutter. He could last
What was
a
his
joke over
name?
3 minutes.
Yeah, because John really got offended by that, and then he got so he's trying to do something, and he wants
This
to
kid's name
prove.
is Drew Lynch. He's fine. He's like an open micer, but they all are making it like that's.
Oh,
what,
Drew, what's his
I
name?
did America's Got Talent, and this is what they do to you. They basically like
Joe Matarese, they destroyed, man.
They
Matarese did.
Well, I got portrayed finally, but I end up losing the second round because they're talking to me. They're like, well, you're going up against a deaf guy, and I'm like, well. I mean, what the fuck?
You're kidding me.
They're like, so what's your story? I'm like, I miss my girlfriend. I don't know. I don't have a good angle here.
You should have made her blind.
All right,
Make
just,
the
I'm in
girlfriend
transition.
blind. I need an iPhone charger, by the way.
okay.
Somebody wait, got
Wait
one.
1 second. All right, just let the audio play.
Just give 1 second. Turn on the light.
This is 2003.
I read that about you on the internet.
John thinks he's gonna get. Actually, no one else has the balls to do this with Howard, and I don't care. I'm officially burning the bridge right now.
Listen, Howard loves you and you love him. I hate when my white friends fight. I don't like it. Only got 7 of y'all nuggers.
Actually, you can do whatever you want, but just let him get a couple of stutters in, and listen to how Howard is evil.
Dan, you work a lot around here. You know that.
All right, good.
We're finishing up that story.
Can you hear this?
Artie, if you just tuned in, we've been talking for 40 minutes about Artie and John and their show they did this weekend.
So after the whole thing, I get home. I just want to have one good meal, something, So I order some Chinese, and so I sit down to eat, and I ask her to pour me a glass of orange juice. She pours me a glass of orange juice. I drink like 3/4 of it. I start to pour more. As I pour more, I notice the brown stuff in there.
Oh, wait, what are you doing?
Oh, wait, think about it. I'm going to throw up. I'm so.
It's torture.
John, go on the. Are you going to throw up?
Are you going to throw up?
I want to get the story out.
I love to throw up.
So I go, Susanna, there's something brown in the orange juice. She looks at it. There are maggots in the OJ. I just drank like 3/4 of a glass of maggots. John's like gold dust.
This is like fucking Family Guy.
What kind of orange juice?
was this orange juice?
It was June 5th is the the ending date on it, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you sick, dude, but maggots are born in feces.
Yeah.
Yeah. They drank
It was one of those the calcium enriched OJ they make.
Oh, is that how they do it?
And what's
Maggot enriched.
Oh God, dude.
Was it a big lump of maggots?
They were all when we looked at the bottom of the glass, and I just drank 3/4 of it, all in the bottom of the glass.
Oh my God.
I know.
Did the juice taste funny?
No, it didn't taste funny.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Where'd you get this juice?
Can I say the company?
Why not?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Tropicana,
Yikes.
allegedly.
I know. So, when if I
Sue him?
yeah.
He looks
Look
good.
at you, you're retching every time you think of orange juice.
Well, it's my favorite drink.
Everybody sues over everything. I don't see why you can't get a little
You're
settlement.
traumatized, aren't you?
But my wife saved it, and put it at the top back. It's sitting in the fridge right now.
With the maggots. Great.
But oh God. It's gross.
John's little fake throw-up session here might get him an extra couple $100,000. Now I get this.
Okay, you're out of your mind thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
He's going like, oh, Howard, it was.
You're an asshole.
I'm not gonna sue. What I'm saying, Howard, the thought of drinking maggots.
What a dick.
In fact, he never stuttered before he drank that.
Why aren't you going to sue? You're so money hungry. I don't understand why you wouldn't.
Yeah, you could relax and keep Hardy off the road.
What are the damages? Like I'm gonna say,
What are the damages?
What are the damages? The fact that I'm about to throw up. Oh, Howard, you there? Can you see the company?
Did you testify? It'd be great.
I don't know if I can sue. My job.
Oh my God. What a dick.
I was doing the same thing.
All right, I'll say the company. I don't want. What mental anguish?
He's working up into the big lawsuit. I don't know what my damage.
I mean, I'm no lawyer, but. You barely answer the phone. Stop answering the I barely got to work. I don't know how I'm gonna have lunch today.
And orange juice was your favorite drink.
It is my favorite drink, and I swear to God. I swear to God, I'm not kidding around. I swear to God.
I can barely.
It was really disgusting.
You probably have a lawsuit. I can show this tape.
Yeah.
You almost vomiting.
Please.
Your Honor, when I think about it,
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Your Honor, I can't even. What are you doing, sir? I'm throwing up.
That's really gross, man.
See, John, like to Susanna, I'll pretend to throw up.
You're out of your freaking mind.
E channel will have it on tape.
I get angry. I get mad.
Really disgusting.
Yeah.
How would
It was like a big lump of maggots.
a bunch of them in the bottom of the
Olivier over here won't quit.
Olivier. You old nigga.
Howard, off the air, I tried to tell you a story. Wasn't I getting the same way? I'm about to goop it around. This guy.
You gotta keep it up.
This guy.
No, that's gross.
Dude, how would you feel?
You know what? Whether you're sick or not afterwards, I see people sue over everything.
Yeah, it seems wrong that it should be in there, right? And you should be able to sue.
June 5th is the date on it.
True for what's today?
Today's like May 20th.
Oh, so they screwed up. You gonna call?
Yeah, I told my wife at least call and we'll get some free OJ out of it.
Are you ever gonna be able to drink OJ again?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Free OJ.
Yeah, that's a bad thing to say. Put that in context.
Yeah, free OJ.
It's a good bumper sticker.
Why don't you guys tell me about the road? I don't know. During the commercial, I don't know. Something about we never finished the story. But
What about the cab? How I couldn't get the so you know I sat next to Artie on the plane, and Artie lifts the armrest.
Right.
When I tried to put it down, I couldn't get it down over his ass. His ass was my favorite.
And I'll tell you that armrest hurt me. I think I got a lawsuit. Wait, is my camera on? My back! That armrest!
Did your kids see it?
No, but my kid's been sick all week, and she's been drinking the OJ. So she's had a tummy ache all
The whole family was
all week. So now we think that's true.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for Artie's little freaking.
Right now, Greta's an acting class learning.
When you pretend to hear it. No, you can't.
Hey, Bobo, you're on the air. Hey, do you know your cholesterol? We didn't do that.
A couple years ago.
It's gotta be bad.
No, it's not that bad.
So
It's not
good.
that bad. It's just bad.
No, you're not. It's such a mild.
I don't even understand.
It's too funny. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna goddamn say it. Howard Stern's show has never been funnier without you. It's like that's the funniest. That's when it was funny. When it was y'all niggas in there having fun, loving life.
There's no delusional John. He thinks we play that clip will help him get a center. I said I'll play it. This is Howard's all about stuttering, and it's true. But what?
Get your microphone, you maniac. It's your show. You don't know how that works. You're talking into space. Where did you put the mic?
Where did you put the mic?
Oh yeah.
Put it in the fridge.
Oh my god.
All right.
There we go.
No, but John is so delusional, and we don't have to send him this part. But he thinks like that's going to help him. I said it makes Howard look like shit. It makes me look terrible because I'm goofing on in these days of age. Like I'm torturing a stutterer.
No, but it was funny.
If Fred used to do shit that was so evil with the cough, like you know. Fine, I'll play it.
Fred,
he was funny, Fred, man.
Oh my God, it's so good.
But like, if John didn't have a speech impediment, he'd be working at a gas station in Massapequa right now.
That's his talent. That's his thing.
But do you remember what I'm talking about? The America's Got Talent with that stuttering comic?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure. No, he popped into the cellar a few times. We met him a few
What's
times.
his name?
The cellar.
Drew Lynch. Yeah.
Drew is that okay? Well, Howard kissed his ass. And
Well, I picked the wrong year to do AGT because I get the year that Howard leaves and he gets replaced with Simon Cowell.
Yeah. Oh.
So
you didn't do well there, but you have so many jokes.
I killed. The sets went great.
I'm sure you
in
killed.
round one, I got a standing O, and round
So how does that happen that you don't do?
Because
Who beat
they
you?
I lost to a mime named Tape Face.
Okay, well,
and
pretty good mime, though. I know
he
Tape
was,
Face.
but he
Pretty
was
good.
a damn good mime.
Pretty good mime. I mean,
I got to give it to him. As far as mimes go,
He got out. He got out of the clothes box.
Yeah, but they
on a scale of 1 to kill yourself, he's a good mime.
my mom called me because she watched it. She's like, "You had our vote." I'm like, "Yeah, I figured. I had your vote,
That's
Mom.
the
Thank
point.
you."
That's the point. That's the only thing in our families. We have to do something stupid like that for our families to like something we do in show business. I was on Stern for a decade doing shit like that. Never got a call. I did Hollywood Squares. Got every question wrong in a week. Only time my grandmother said, "You look great." It's a 180 of what we think is good, what our families like. Especially, I've done the Tonight Show. They don't know a joke I tell. They're like, "You played ping pong with Susan Sarandon." That's all they care about.
But yeah, I mean,
so you do America. You look so funny. You do America's Got Talent.
Yeah, it's a painful experience. They just treat you like it's like
What they did to Matt Reese with the editing is
it's
outright.
brutal.
You know, did you ever see that whole thing?
Yeah, it's
What did they
brutal.
do to him?
It makes him look like okay.
It makes him look like a slightly worse comic. I mean,
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it, Samuel.
You know what? I'm trying to help John, and I'm hurting Joe. But the first one...
You should have called Fixing Joe that said.
Oh, shit.
It's his
That'll be-
podcast.
that's a classic.
I know what
fiction
it
Joe.
is. son
That's a
of
classic fiction, Joe.
Tom Carter did great on that, right? That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, case closed.
That's why everybody else was like
What
that.
part of DePaulo's act did he do?
Whoa, shots fired.
He did 5 Dick DePaulo jokes on the Tonight Show.
Did he?
Yeah, he whitened it up a little.
Wow. but
Yeah,
you
he
know
did.
what?
He stole with Nick. To this day, Nick's going to hit him with a bat when he sees him.
Didn't you see him on that? Where he was like, "My fucking wife." He said that on Tonight Show. You didn't see that?
He
That's
did?
hilarious.
Oh. He took the lighter stuff.
Look, to be honest, Nick don't got the face
He didn't
for
steal
TV.
that shit. What happened?
I said Nick don't got the face for TV.
He's a fucking leading man. I'm no,
I'm
flimsy,
joking.
flimsy for me. Hey,
Aren't we doing jokes, nigga?
did you ever hear?
Fuck your
Well,
house.
until now, it was funny till now. You brought the room down.
No, we heard the first time you said it. You son of a bitch.
It's my show.
It's your house too. I'm gonna
We were
ruin
talking
it.
to Will, me and Attell, and we're talking to Will Savins the other night,
Eating
late
an
night,
edible.
and we were talking about he was all mad. You can't say fag or something anymore. Will, you can't say fag or something because of political correctness.
Right.
And me and Dave were both like, you guys took the most fun word. You guys won't let us say the best word ever.
Yeah, that is a good
Gotta
word.
say that
though.
in private now.
You can always say it. You always scream it to a ceiling when you gotta.
You can't call Will the N-word, but you can call him an extra in Captain Phillips. So it evens out. You know?
That's right.
He's your
The guy,
captain
one of the
now.
Giants secondary looks exactly like that guy.
Really?
There's a Collins looks
Yes.
exactly like the guy in the
Yep.
movie. Exactly like him.
He got the ears and a fucking.
Yeah, like
Will is one of my
Un-American
favorite.
face.
Yaphet
Will's one
Kotto
of
with
my
AIDS.
favorite hosts at the set. Yaphet Kotto.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Will's one of the best
He
hosts at the
is.
set. I
I
love when
love
he hosts
Will.
the show, man. He keeps the show so fun.
When we go on stage with
Fuck
when we go on
Will.
stage together, he's the
Fuck
best
is
one to
that
have
nigga
there.
Oh yeah, because he can't understand anything. So it's
And you
it's
can't
like you're
understand
up there with
anything
a
he
child.
says.
I know what he says when he says. No, you know.
He's very articulate. But isn't he like? Wasn't he like an Ivy League school guy? Isn't that all a joke with him? Like a put on? Will.
Will
He makes
Sylvans.
robots. He makes
Yeah.
machines and stuff.
Nigga, I used to
He
build
does
computers,
what?
motherfucker.
He makes robots.
And write fucking software. Fucking.
He makes robots.
He's the smart one.
What kind of robots? What are you talking about?
He makes robots. Shut up. Ain't no robots.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that even mean?
He
Like-
went to school for it.
And does he have any robots that he's made that he can point to?
You're gonna have to ask him. He's told me about it before.
I make robots.
I couldn't understand most of it, but I heard the word robot and make, and I did the rest of the math. in
How
my
about
head.
And then he
I
was
made
like,
love to a robot.
Sam was just trying to figure out when he's going on stage.
He's a funny guy, though. Will. He's got a lot of charisma.
He's funny
you know,
as shit.
and he's articulate.
Will's
hang.
smart. It's funny.
Good hang.
Joe, do you like him? Joe,
Yeah,
have,
he's
have an
great.
opinion here.
Yeah, he's great. He's
Joe never interact with Will Sylvan.
sweetest guy. I sit with Will all the time. A lot of times, like
Well, I'm sure he's honored. What was that like? I sit with him all the time.
No, a lot.
Like he's an old woman in hospice.
He's got nothing to complain about, Joe Machi.
Like he's
They,
an old man.
they have the table full of comics, and lots of times, like we just pick our.
Now, what do you talk about? Do you goof on?
We start our own table, and then it becomes the cool table. And
That's right.
That is
So
true.
you step away from Will, is what you're saying.
No,
Who do you like nudge somebody and you say, let's get out like Ryan Hamilton? But
Tell
no,
us about your black friends, Joe.
that's right. Do you have any black friends?
I'm friends with Will. I'm friends with and Sherrod.
Not according to
Yeah,
him.
dude, that's
and
true.
Sherrod.
That is
That's
true.
Sherrod is everyone's
And
friend.
Artie Fuqua.
Artist Fuqua.
You know, I got to know Artie Fuqua. I sell red Armani suits.
One size too small.
Who knew the biggest winner in that whole thing was the guy selling red Escalade?
Hugo Boss didn't know how good they had it.
Artie Fuqua was doing jumping jacks for 40 years on stage. Didn't say $5.
Hugo Boss sent him a note that said, "We feel like we was in the truck too."
I said, I had to dig out of a hole at the Village Underground because I opened with, I said, look, I just saw Tracy Morgan's new house. If there's any drivers here from Walmart, I'll be at exit 8A. You can kill Matarese. Let's just make sure you stay up for 25 hours.
Yeah, you want the Harris Stanton treatment. He got like a broken wrist and got millions.
Oh, I know. And
I'll take that.
You wake up. You don't
Harris
even,
was
you don't even know
dumb.
you're in the hospital. You wake up on a fucking ottoman in Jersey City, and you've got $10 million in your bank account.
Tracy told me that Harris talked too quick to the media. He would have got $40 million.
I love how Tracy was all mad. You talk too quick.
Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly.
He should have taken legal
Yo,
advice
you
from
talk
Tracy.
too quick to the media.
You got the media
This
pregnant.
is bullshit. Say bye-bye, house. Bye-bye, Testarossa. We're giving your shit to the dead guy's family. What's the dead guy's name again?
Stop being so
that I was
funny and
that I was friends with. What's my best friend's name?
He wasn't an accident.
Where's my bedazzled cane? The knockout punch was when he got two of America's sweethearts, Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey, to go. He can't make it to the 40th anniversary.
That's when he got
He
the money.
couldn't make it
The
to the
next day-
40th. Walmart's lawyer probably said, I
Next
give.
day.
I give.
Next day they called.
I know. What? Make Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey shut up.
The
You know what
family
else? Here's a
called-
blank check.
Walmart is
The
so
family
hated.
called the lawyer called her next day.
Is that true?
Yes.
Of course. I know it. I know it.
If Walmart didn't treat their employees like absolute shit, then people wouldn't be so happy to
That's
see
right.
them. You know that goes into it when they're in the courtroom.
The
They're
first
like,
black
we
guy.
all fucking hate
the
Walmart.
first black guy whose check cleared from Walmart.
Whoa.
What did he get, 80?
I missed that black guy in check.
It was a compliment, douchebag. Keep rolling the joint. How much did he get?
Your receipts, by the way.
How much did he get? 80 million? How much did he get?
If you got
What are those dance
he would have
receipts?
drove himself over with a truck.
What did he get? 100 million?
It's a lot.
100 million?
I can't say. I don't know exactly, but
You
he told
can't
me in the
say.
range.
Well,
Let me tell you something. He's
No
like
one's gonna know from this.
8 George Clooney's, 4 David Beckhams,
Really?
and like 9
What?
Jennifer Lopez.
How about 2 Odell Beckhams?
He can fuck him.
So
in
you're
that.
saying it's more than $100 million?
I'm saying that
He
it's a
dropped the money.
lot more.
So more than the 30 Rock money?
You seen that now? He's bringing Leonard Oots on the road, so he has a
Let me tell you
airbag.
So how you say? What kind of shocks do you need there?
It's
Well,
a lot
that's terrible.
more. It's a lot more. It's a lot
Does,
more.
does Leonard Oots have a special bathroom?
Nobody has more money than Tracy Morgan in entertainment.
By the way, that's my
Steven
guy.
Spielberg.
Artie's black kid. That's
Dude,
the kid.
I fucking love Leonard Oots.
Oh,
He's
so
like
do
one,
I.
he's like one of my favorite
Oh, he's
people.
great.
We're not gonna play that part. We're just gonna play where you diss him. I hate that fat. No, he's Artie's black kid. He's the kid. You know, we have him signed.
doing that? Are you making it?
I pitched it already.
I love the
three
premise,
people threw
man.
up. Yeah, I'm gonna do a show where Ooch is my illegitimate kid. I fuck a black stripper in '91, and he's my kid.
I like that.
And I have to live with him, and he has to live with me. Cut to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
What's the name of it? Heart disease?
It's called ABK, Artie's black kid. man.
Nobody?
I laugh.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Shut your face.
Say it again. Say it again.
What's the name of it? Go to commercial.
Trying to tee it up. No, I have a premise. Sam loves it, right?
I'm all in on this.
Absolutely.
I like it already.
You can play. No, this. Remember, I told you got a part for you.
I love this.
Okay,
idea.
you're not the kid. You're the kid with AIDS.
Yes, I can play AIDS.
No, you're gonna be, dude. You're his publicist. It's gonna be fucking great.
Let's do it.
Well, there's something standing in the way. Good taste in the network. I pitched the UTA and they said, we hate that name. I said, you should hear the original name. We lightened up. And it ain't Artie, it ain't Kid.
Do they really not like it?
Was it Nigger Son?
There's a couple of guys. So you know what I love about pitching it to agents? They all look around and go, should we be offended by this? Like if the head guy's offended, they're offended. If the right person
Take a
laughs,
black person in
like
the
if
room
Dave
with you.
Chappelle laughs, they'll laugh. You're
Well,
not big
I
enough.
sent something really tasteless
I'm
to
not
my
big-
manager.
And me, a black person, I said. Not me, nigga.
I sent something really fucked up to my manager today, and he was like, I was expecting him to be like, this is the worst thing. But
Who was the manager?
his guy, Steve Wedenstein.
Oh, okay.
Boo.
And he,
Steve Weddingstein.
he's a black guy. And,
Steve Jew Wedding.
and I'm like, you expect him, I'm like, he should be offended. And then he wrote
It
back,
should be
I
Steve
love it. And
Really?
you almost like, this might not be
He
good.
went around and asked. No, but he went around and asked.
He went around and asked.
Artie, if he
Absolutely.
was black,
But
it'd
you're
be-
right about that too. Should I like it if he likes it? I know. Steve Weddingstein
If
sounds
it was
hilarious.
black, though, it'd be Steve No Weddingstein.
You know what I was doing? We were doing because of Hamilton's success. We were doing black plays like Phantom of the Opera. That's the hacky one. But Rent is late. There's a pause.
You should at least had 3.
Phantom of the Opera is terrible. That's hacky, but we put that in there just to tee it up. So I'm sure Stuttering John will be a senator after that. Fucking
Is he
moron.
really trying to be in
Yeah,
politics?
it's so funny. I can't even put it into words. It's so
Oh,
funny.
he is not a likable fella.
I am.
Who?
John.
That's right. I brought him into the cellar one night.
Oh,
he's giving him. John is giving him shit. I pulled John aside. So first of all, you're talking to a guy who was funnier than when he was 7 years old. He was funnier than you, and he kept like, what did he say? You're a comic and goofing on you. Like he gets mad.
Yeah, I want. We have the comics table thing. You know, you're so tempted to just put it in his face.
Right. Well, he gets mad that people don't ask him to go on stage, John. Like he's fucking Sam Kinison. I said you were on the show with Sam Kinison. You're not Sam Kinison.
Does he do stand up?
I don't know.
He's got 4 hours on Gary's teeth. He wonders why he hasn't got any post Stern work. What about the time I took my Gary's teeth? Need a wheel.
I can't believe Artie's got the most amazing memory. I can't believe he remembers that. shit.
I remember because in particular, I said you're actually talking to a guy who's very funny.
This is a weird name.
I said this is. He goes, what's that guy's problem?
I remember Esty said to me, she's like, he always wants to go on stage, but he's just terrible.
I tell him you're bad.
Yeah, Esty don't give a fuck. She ain't putting him on.
Esty don't care, man.
Oh, she's so great when she's just ice cold to people. I think it was before Ryan Reese worked there and Billy Gardell brought him, and he's like, Ryan would like to go on, and she goes, I know what Ryan wants.
We call it BR. Before Ryan. BR.
Funny.
But no, recently, this has happened recently. Fucking Maneve and Attell, both will tell you this happened. I'm at the table. We're talking as if she's my mother. We have over 20 years I know her. She sees Louis coming in over my shoulder. She goes, "Get up!" What the fuck are you talking about? I said, I thought there was a fire. I said, what are you doing? I see Louis walk with those fucking glasses. I'm like, are you really want me to get up right now?
Get up.
What about that piece of wood right there? You can't come up with the next internet sensation over there? Get up!
Get up. Drew Lynch is sitting next to me. Get up.
You talk about stutterers on how.
I'm so glad.
Gave me the Israeli army. Get up.
She made a settlement
That's
where you used to
hilarious.
sit.
I see how much money. How many people I've made forget they're paying $13 for a Rolling Rock in this fucking place? Get up! How dare you? So guess who's at the stand all weekend? Thank you.
You're out of control.
Girls, what do you think about tonight? Your assessment? You guys are comedy. You're the comedy elite, right? How many people you got? DeVito?
They're the elite. They're the elite.
You're like James Baby Doll Dixon. Is DeVito related to Danny DeVito?
No.
I wish
cost him,
so is he? Where does he play? Is he at the cellar? Is he a cellar guy?
He should be. He will be soon.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Sponsor him.
It takes time. You know, it's like harder and harder to get in.
I got in like 5 months.
I hear different things though.
story.
As a manager, though,
5 months of
I hear
comedy.
different things about the comedy zone.
But I
I hear
sucked a lot
it's
of dick.
easier. I want to get that clean. Is it easier or harder to get on in the comedy zone these days as a manager, Danny DeVito?
I think it's easier.
You think so? Why?
Well, there's more shows, right?
Yeah, there's more.
Every 2 feet of carpet, she makes a club.
I said that they put a mic stand in the bathroom. It's the Amy Schumer room.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, also it's like his generation of
Come on.
comics, so I feel like he's got people that have been in there for a while, so it's not.
What are you talking about? Who's he?
DeVito.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean,
How old is he?
32.
Okay, that's
He's
not
funny
too-
dude. Funny
that's,
dude.
yeah. Well, so does he? He'll get it.
It's
He
hard,
plays
well,
all the
a lot of
clubs.
the guys that that get the audition spots are guys that just know the old guard, like because they're the guys. It's
absolutely.
hard for guys like me or Machi to like really endorse someone there at this point.
You think so? Well, no. Well, I
Yeah.
got the
Yeah, you gotta have the
Stefano
clout.
thing.
Yeah.
She was very nice because I never did that a lot. You know,
Yeah.
if you do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I'm 49
She
years
gets
old.
she gets annoyed when you do it. So I don't want to overstep, but I think we maybe if we got a few of us together, we maybe could. But it's you know
Right.
it's easier if you're famous.
I threw up in front of that place in 1984. I've been there a long time. It wasn't a comedy club. It was like a place where you bought hookahs. And then in '85, it became a comedy club.
They should get hookah in the olive tree. That would be a nice thing.
What is hookah? Like it's just smoke, right?
It's just
Yeah,
smoke.
It's
They
like a
get
type of
it.
tobacco.
Wasn't there a comic, Danny
Yes.
DeVito? There was a comic named Danny DeVito,
Yes,
skinny
yes,
guy,
yeah,
right?
he's
What happened to
still-
him?
I think he's still performing.
What Walmart's he driving for?
Yeah, it's a shame to have the same name. It's like change the name, nigga.
Now, what about you, Miss?
What was Jeff Ross' name before he changed?
Jeff
it?
Lifshitz?
Lifshitz.
We're from the same hometown. I put him in a
They
put him
didn't
in a
know that.
locker.
Look at them two look at each other. They didn't know. They thought
I
it was-
knew.
I put him in a locker in 1982.
Did you? You should have.
Yeah, the ne'er-do-well let him out. That fucking after-school special pussy. No, Jeff Lifshitz.
Yeah.
Lifshitz,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
was funny back then. He's just so funny. But now Jeff Ross is good. But the only problem is that Conan guy is Jeff Ross. Same exact name.
Yeah, the producer.
Right.
Right. Now, what do you were manager too, or producer? You said. Let's get your resume.
No, I used to work at the Miami Improv 10 years
Miami?
ago, which is the first time I ever saw you.
I was at the Miami Improv.
Yeah.
Or Fort Lauderdale.
Probably, maybe. I worked at all three of them. The
So
West
the first time
Palm
you
and the
saw
Fort
me?
Lauderdale.
That sounded pleasant. First time I saw you. How about money for the blow? That was Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
Probably Fort Lauderdale.
That's a pretty crowd. Now, so you managed that place?
No, I used to bartend there.
Oh,
So I used to
I
get
remember
shuttled
you.
Around.
You look like a Kardashian.
And then
That's a compliment.
I've
Not
done
Rob.
random jobs since.
You did what?
I've done random jobs since. I've worked
So
at
you're not a
comedy
producer?
clubs. I produce a comedy show now
Oh,
in
good.
Harlem, but
In Harlem.
yeah.
All right. I've had a lot of bad business ventures myself. The water park in Flint, Michigan. I took a bath. And, I took a bath. And I go, guys, it's lead. What the fuck? It's fine. Look, I'm in. Look, Dan's in. We're fine. And then the tanning salon in Harlem. And now I opened up a Mexican restaurant on Wall Street.
Dude, I had a rough
I'm
show.
rattling off those
I did a
three.
show in Flint, Michigan.
Did you?
Right, it was like right outside Flint, and they
There's nothing inside Flint.
they were brutal, and it got to the point where I just go, you know,
They were brutal.
I said I'd rather drink your water than tell you pieces of shit one more joke. I got near brewed off stage.
Hey, we just showered with Arrowhead. You make that group laugh, man. That's
They were not in a good mood.
yeah, but now they still don't have water.
I know.
Trump, if he's smart, will do all high-profile shit. Like the job's in Indy, he should make a right-hand turn. I don't give a fuck if his kids are putting buckets of clean water. He should fix Flint. And then all the high-profile shit. Before you know it, 8 years, he's out. Joe, your thoughts?
I did a show right outside.
Boy, there's a fucking non sequitur. Your thoughts on Flint? You did a show. Who gives a shit?
I did a show right outside Flint, and it went very well.
Nice.
Loved it.
How about that? How about that, Sam?
Now th-
It
there we
went.
go.
It went well. Well, meaning what? Water well. Anyway, we're spitballing. We're spitballing. That's funny. So you two guys, I thought the day you first came on my show, I introduced you guys to the country.
Oh yeah.
Or to like 8 people awake at 3 a.m. And you guys were always very funny. 2 of my favorite people. Very funny. Very
funny guys.
Yes,
Love 'em.
right, Sherrod?
Love them. Love both of them.
Pretty soon you're going to be doing DeVito money.
Oh yeah. We'll be there.
Before you
Can't wait
know
till I
it.
get that Greg Stone money.
Well, you seem very sweet. You seem too nice for this business. But I bet are you hardcore? You get in there and negotiate?
I'm a pretty, yeah.
Pretty, that's for sure. How about DeVito? Would he do this show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do it.
Get
He
him in
loves
here,
you.
Mr. Uppity.
He's a Jersey guy, man. He loves you.
I don't believe me. I can tell what's going to happen. Does he have a beard?
Yes.
What's her name? Do you get that joke, Miami? Beard? Okay, I'm sorry. That's not because you're stupid. It's old. It's an old reference for you. Would he come in here? Bring him in here.
Yeah.
Let Sherrod pick him up. We'll start now.
Yeah, I get him. I get the motherfucker.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I know him. He's great. He's a funny dude.
Well, then we'll have this group back with DeVito tomorrow.
Yeah,
Sherrod and Artie were always good to me and Machi. They were always like,
we believe in you.
Yeah. I mean, comic strip days. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Well, we're 2 nice guys.
Didn't you
though.
do the lottery show?
Dude, they fucking tortured me on that lottery show. You remember that?
I did that. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you did a.
That's I did that with you.
Yeah, you did.
Sherrod puts the clip on.
Well,
time.
dude, the best part is that like I'm getting. Like,
That's right. I forgot those.
I'm doing the lottery show and like first off I was already doing late night there for it was a few years probably we were doing it, right?
Yeah.
And then they still made me do the lottery show to audition for regular spots. Sherrod's hosting. Sherrod's got my back 100%.
Sure, you're funny.
But they did it like American Idol style because
Yeah,
they were
with
reaching
comics.
for whatever they could. JR's like I'll be Simon. We're like
Who were
all
the
right,
comics?
I'll be Simon.
Who was the comics?
dude. I don't remember because dude.
I had
you
a
know when
fun time doing
Patrice
that.
did a couple
When I
too.
originally
Yeah, you were
auditioned for
great.
even late night, I went on 7th out of 6 comics. They just put me on at the end. A guy before me is a nervous breakdown and walks the entire
You're
room.
kidding me.
So I'm left with like 8 people. There were 70 before that.
What's it, Tony Rock?
It was Jordan. And
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
but so
Richie, last time I talked to Richie, he was this far from my ear. I was managing Christmas.
so Sherrod is like got my back, and I'm getting like I have a really good set the first week, and
I know.
And JR's like, yeah, I've heard some of those jokes before.
Oh,
Like, he's just
shut
being
up.
a dick. And then I remember like Chuck Nice is like, you're kind of hacky. I'm like, ooh, I am biting my tongue.
Chuck Nice.
Okay, let
I
it
like
go.
Chuck Nice, but hacky.
I like him too, but come on.
Hacky.
those who live in glass houses. Let's face it.
Kidding.
And then it was like Modi was a little harsh too, and I was like, ooh, this
All
is
right.
this
Now,
is time to be
I'm
on my
going to
best
say.
behavior.
Now I'm going to say something.
And then,
if Modi called you hacky,
well, then it got down the line. Then like Sherrod's really cool, Marina's really cool, Greer's really cool.
Marina Franklin's great. Greer Barnes is one of the best
And then-
ever.
I love him, and I've always loved him. So it goes. They make me do it the next. Sherrod's like fighting for me. He's like, and it goes to the next week, and they made me redo the fucking lottery show. It's brutal.
Oh, that's terrible.
But,
well, look, you pay your dues a little bit, but still, for people,
I
like
like that the strip had a little bit. I like that the strip had a little bit of
A lot
fuck
of
you
people
back
did
in the
it. Mike
day.
Chang
Well, no,
did
you
it
should
too.
do that, but it's like with somebody. Like I remember, look, I'm not saying I deserved any sort of treatment, but I moved out to L.A. I did all my suffering sort of here. I moved out to L.A. with a job. I was on a TV show.
Right.
That doesn't mean anything. I still got to. So I go to the Comedy Store. I do like 5 perfect sets as far as I was concerned. Pauly Shore comes up to me and goes, "You're not ready for the store."
No, he did not.
The
I
weasel
said-
doesn't approve.
Yeah, I said, "Well, what store?" Pink Dot. No, so I had to bite my tongue. It's like this guy actually has juice. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, luckily it all went away, but yeah.
But that happens for a guy. For
I've heard some nightmare stories about that guy in the
Oh
roast.
yeah, no kidding.
I'm always like, who's the biggest dick when I get to a club? And they're like, 9 times out of 10, it's Pauly Shore or Dustin Diamond.
Oh really?
I'm playing very bad rooms already.
Stuttering John. Well, you're going to uplift. As a typical manager, you're going to uplift these rooms. But or John would do Ready Whips. John had no money. He would ask for 40 Ready Whip whipped cream. Yeah, and he would do this. Like that was his cocaine before the show. It was so embarrassing.
Wait, who's this?
Stuttering John. We do like we're
No.
at the
Wow.
Columbus
Like
Funny
a
Bone.
whip it or something? Or
Yeah,
just-
we would do a whip it.
The whip it.
But like 50 of them, and there's like Ready Whip things. What a fucking douche.
that is a sad rider.
Well, that's sadder than Winona.
Holy shit.
It's Winona and that rider.
He gets high like a college whore.
By the way, I almost fucked Winona Ryder in 1994.
What? You
Tell
told me
the
this
story.
story.
No.
Tell
She
it,
was
tell
dating
it.
the chick from the guy from Soul Asylum.
David
Lead singer.
Kirchner or
No, that's the guy, the improv guy from.
David Perner. David Perner from Soul.
Oh, okay, right. And she sees me do a set at the comedy strip. She's there with him, and so the guy,
At the strip.
Yeah, the guy running the door says that Winona Ryder wants to talk to you, and she goes, "You're funny." I'm like, "All right, let's see where this goes," and got her number. I took her to dinner at the Minetta Tavern the next night.
What?
And in the
Smooth
middle of the dinner, she gets a phone call on one of those cell phones that was this big. It's 1994. The middle.
was on Magnum
We
PI
ordered
cell
like chicken piccata.
Ooh.
She burst into tears in the middle of the phone call. Now, I told everybody at the Comedy Store I was coming there with it. You might have been there.
What?
And she left. She goes, "I'll call you. I have to leave," in the middle of dinner. And I called the number the next 2 days, and I haven't talked to her since.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. I was almost gonna fuck her whatever. Right?
Wow.
But I did. Well, she was at the comic. The comic strip was a shit back then, but she was totally dating that guy, David Pernier.
But she went out to dinner with you. That's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
I spent $85.
Which now is probably like $150. At least, right? That's
She was adorable though.
Yeah.
It was right
still
around Dracula time, and I was like I weighed about $170. But she liked one joke I did. She repeated one joke I did. She did it better than me.
Really?
The death if you have more than 2 Journey albums, you should have the death penalty. So I'm paraphrasing.
That's a Chuck Nice joke.
So you don't even know what made her cry and leave the dinner.
She got up and burst into tears in the middle of talking to her on a cell phone this big.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
Well, it was,
Maybe it was one of those fake phone calls.
I know. I was thinking
Could have been a fake phone
all right,
call.
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
It could have
You don't
been
think
her-
I went through my mind, my low self-esteem mind? Wait a minute. Cut to like the head waiter has a bell. Like, is that your phone, Miss Ryder? Miss Ryder, is that your fat phone? Picture telling Chappelle like, "Where's Winona?" There was a packed fucking comic
What?
strip. Packed comic strip. I mean, a packed comedy cellar. And I told Colin I was coming back with them. He said, "Don't tell anybody else here that."
That's wild.
He thought she wasn't gonna.
She's hot.
She was smoking.
And she still.
You told her
I
to the
love
most
that. She
cynical
steals
guy.
stuff.
Yeah, and she was crazy.
She thinks.
But he knew exactly what could happen. He goes,
Yeah.
"You're gonna come back without Winona Ryder," and then we lived that. And picture Sherrod laughing like that.
That is brutal.
I think it's in Colin's 1 million show.
You blew it, nigga.
Yes, that's what Colin said.
When they own a rider at the strip, they can't even get Isaiah Rider now.
Richie came up to me this far from my ear the last time I was there. I go, I got a funny story about Tony Rock. Beverly Hills Cop 2 it just wrapped. And I told Tony Rock, I want you to go to the Rite Aid and pick me some knee-high white socks. I want some white sneakers and a T-shirt. Anyway, that's not the story. I couldn't.
He told Sam.
Jesus Christ.
He told Sam and I that he didn't pass Sam Kinison.
Do not pass go.
He was proud of it.
You know, Sam Kinison, he wasn't original enough. I told him I got 5 guys who yell out the funniest thing ever at the top of the lungs.
Sam and I were just like, that's silly.
I got 5 guys who are chubby ex-preachers who yell out the funniest joke of all time at the top of their lungs. Who are dressed in a long overcoat like a guy who flashes you. And who are regular on Howard Stern. So come back with something else.
I like that guy. I like guys that brag about being against history.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah.
Good God Almighty.
How about
I told him you're never gonna make it.
Lucian told me the first time I didn't pass there. He goes, I got a lot of loud Italian guys from Jersey. I go, but enough about your fucking wife's mistresses. I didn't say that. But
Miss Lucian, God bless us.
What he did hear me say was someone told me that Lucian had Brian Callen told somebody that Lucian had lupus, and Lucian was writing back at me, and I said lupus. Yeah, you mean AIDS? Jesus, top of my lung went AIDS.
Good God.
And Brian went, I look around, it's Lucian like this. You're getting bumped for Rob Manfrotto.
I remember
Rob Magnotti.
Remember when Lucian lost his finger?
Rob Magnotti.
Magnotti's still working,
lupus,
son of a
from
bitch.
Lupus, yeah.
Yeah, he lost his finger.
Fell off. In Vanessa Hollings.
David Tell, that's funny. David Tell said he was sending himself to L.A. one piece at a time.
Thank God I told my joke before that.
That is so good. Damn.
It's so
Someone tells him to
good.
tell you, like, all right. That is hilarious. By the way, I want to shoot. What's that 7? What a Vine in 6 seconds? I want to shoot a Vine where my tell in Atlantic City is David Tell. Comes right up behind me and goes, I'd split the 8. That's so one piece at a time. That's fucking hilarious.
It's too funny, nigga.
Can I bring 3 people or 3 fingers?
Envelope.
I went 8. All right, let's take a break. This is getting ridiculous. We'll cut you guys out of this. You'll be fine. Bring DeVito here. When can he come?
Fucking pee on myself.
I want help in the hip community. In the Williamsburg community.
The alt rooms?
Yes.
You see when you said DeVito's name, how Sam and Joe just woke up like, he's great. He's a pal of mine.
Does he have juice? You have juice?
They love him. That's his boy. That's their
he's
boy.
my buddy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's your friend?
Good dude.
Right?
Good dude.
That's their friend.
So is Greg Stone.
Who's Greg Stone?
We're your other client.
You should have them in together. They have a
Your
private
other
date.
client. Well, you got a good what do they call it? Stable?
Yeah, stable.
Roster, I guess.
Look at how sweet you are. A manager to me is like, Broadway Danny Rose. Like, I don't mean to be didactic. Greg Stone, you ate his bird. He's a bird act, Greg Stone. He ate his like, leading bird.
Dude, I would
I don't see you doing this folding balloons in joints. I see you folding balloons in Williamsburg at the William Cale Hotel. Studious Hotel, I've been all over the world. Studious Hotel ever. Paris is in Brooklyn.
Oh, shit.
Which one?
What?
It's called the William something Hotel. Damn, what was the name of it? The people speaking with French accents in Brooklyn.
William Vale.
William Vale.
William Vale.
That helps. The William Vale Overture. You go right over to Manhattan Bridge,
Right.
And you literally you get on the BQE, exit 32. You come around, it's 2 minutes from there.
Okay.
It's beautiful. This hotel overlooks the river, and you see the city. It's amazing.
They speak French?
It's like literally French and English accents in Brooklyn. I couldn't believe how snooty it was. I couldn't get my room. Last time I do that.
It sounds like a bunch of Will Silvans.
Very, very sophisticated.
French, Haitian,
Clean
but not-
room.
all right.
Clean room.
Clean room? You jerk off in there?
Oh, come on.
That means yes. Before the door closed,
But the
nigga.
porn was midget porn is now little people porn. That's how sophisticated it is. Little people porn.
And little people.
But it's right next to that whole scene, Williamsburg. And what are the comedy clubs? The Creek and the Cave, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not far from that at all.
It's supposed to be rough over there after that motherfucking L train shut down.
But it's not. It's so like sophisticated. I missed that whole revolution. I used to go to the cop.
Into the meatpacking district.
It's what?
It's turning into the meatpacking.
Right, yeah.
Over there in
The
that
water,
area.
it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's all brick and.
It used to be a dangerous
Water.
area. Now it looks like Charleston, South Carolina.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
The meatpacking district was like you went there,
To get.
put it this way, they got a good name.
Yeah.
I used to do cocaine off the fucking pool table at the Coyote Ugly bar.
Yeah, the Coyote
Off
Ugly
the
used to
pool
be
table.
off the chain.
My nose still bleeds from it.
You mean in the East Village, that one?
No, the one in
Coyote
Chelsea.
Ugly bar.
the
Hang on a second, I got to solder my nose.
Meat packing, but yeah, same area. Yeah, that place used to be the spot.
It looks like Disney built a fucking ride called the Meatpacking District. Nothing?
something.
I'm soldering my nose.
This was a good show.
It's called the Tell Theater or something.
We already said the name.
No, but Bob Levy got the gig, so it can't be that hip. With his jet black hair. Bob Levy's hair looks like he's 18. His face looks like he's 78. Guessing his age is confusing. He looks like Nixon. Get DeVito in here tomorrow. Is he going to make me go to him? Where does he live?
He'll come
He
here.
lives in Astoria.
Of course.
That's some of the bitch that come here.
The story is nice now.
Yeah, it is.
It's all right.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll do the plugs. Memorize your plugs. The trans-operative community.
Yeah, Sherrod Small, handsome. Listen, I'll be at the Bay Street Theater in Sag Harbor, Long Island this Friday, February 13th. And then I'm laughing up in Poughkeepsie on January 28th. Get your tickets now. If you don't get a ticket, you're racist. And that goes for black people double.
All right. Oh, Joe, go.
I'm Joe Machi. I'll be headlining the Village Underground at the Comedy Cellar March 21st. Get your tickets. If you don't get your tickets, it doesn't necessarily mean you're racist. It's just that we have a different view of opinions and how this country should go.
Racist.
This is Sam Morrill. I'll be at the Laughing Skull in Atlanta, January 19th through 22nd, and Laugh Boston, February 2nd through 4th. And you got to listen. Me and Joe are going to have a podcast together. It's going to come out in a week or two called Keeping Joe. It's with us and Phil Hanley. It's great. Mackie doesn't want to be there, so it's about keeping Joe around.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a fun podcast. We got a lot of wacky